Brothers Talk Cars.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, I remember. All right.
We'll have to stop here again in just a few minutes. Welcome back to Brothers Talk Cars. Thank you for tuning in.
Absolutely.
We're excited. We're sorry that we haven't really done this for a hot minute.
I know.
We've had lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, just been busy.
Busy, COVID, all sorts of good
Traveling,
stuff.
all that kind of stuff.
But thank you for tuning in. Should we get started?
Let's get started.
Okay.
But first, buckle up.
Knew it.
That's right.
This thing's falling over.
I saw this headline as I was just scrolling through some car news just a couple weeks back, and it was probably just a couple days ago actually, but I saw it and was like, oh, I know. So, how would you feel if BMW made an electric vehicle? Aside from the i8 and the i3.
Dude.
Well, we've seen what happened with the i8, and it
Yeah.
kind of flopped a little bit. And the i3 was terrible.
For sure. I saw this and I was like, I want this. The only BMW I think I would ever purchase in my life.
Yeah, BMWs.
The Isetta.
Yeah.
An
Yes.
all-electric Isetta.
Yes.
I want it.
So, absolutely. If you don't know what the Isetta is, is it a one-seater?
It is.
It's a one-seater. No, I
Door
think it
op-
holds two people.
Oh, maybe it does, but the
'Cause
door
it's a
opens in the
bench
front.
seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the front of the car, the door opens and the steering wheel goes with it. I mean, the front of the car is a door pretty
Is the
much.
door,
The
yeah.
windshield and steering wheel go with it.
You
And
can
it's-
legit pick up the back of the car and move it around like a wheelbarrow.
And it is like no joke, probably 2-3 feet shorter than the Smart for 2 Smart car.
I think it's only a one-seater. There's no way you could fit
I
two
don't
people
know.
in there.
We'll have to look that up.
I
But yeah,
know.
tiny.
Yeah.
But an all-electric Isetta.
Absolutely.
I want it.
I think it'd be cool. You know, I looked years ago
Mm-hmm.
in getting an Isetta here, and they were like $50,000
They're expensive. They're
to
expensive.
get one. It's like the PLP50. They're also
Yeah.
like $50,000
They're
to
just
get.
unique. They're super weird.
Yeah.
Definitely not reliable. Parts you can never source, but super cool. I want one. An
get it.
all-electric Isetta.
Yeah.
Let's make it.
That'd be really cool, actually. The PLP50 is smaller than the Isetta.
So maybe the Isetta can hold two,
Yeah.
but the PL only can hold one.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So I remember him or some
Nope,
YouTube.
let's just get a Reliant Robin.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Tip
what?
that thing.
Reliant Robin. Remember on Top Gear when Jeremy Clarkson would
Oh, yeah.
roll that car all the time?
One wheel in the front, two in the
wheel
back.
front,
okay.
yeah.
The
The
worst,
front just wiggles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
the worst design
Oh,
ever.
super bad.
But it's crazy because there is like a group of people over in Europe that like love the crap out of those Reliant Robins.
I saw that. I don't know what YouTuber it was. I've never heard of the guy. I think I subscribed to him after I saw this, but he got a Reliant Robin recently. I didn't realize that the Reliant Robin was made from like, it was either the early 80s or late 70s all the way until like 2003.
And they changed nothing
And
about
they
it.
hardly changed the body. They finally changed the body enough towards the end of its life in the late 90s, early 2000s that kind of had the same body style as the late 90s Hyundais did.
Oh, okay.
Very bubbly, bubble headlights. You should know that because you had a 98.
Yes, I
So what are they
98?
used for?
The Reliant Robin?
Yeah.
A normal car?
It was just a normal car. It was just weird.
Yeah. Terrible design.
Let's make an
That is-
off-road version.
Oh my gosh. There's
That'd be sick.
So I remember I was in Provo and there was a guy who had a black.
You sent me a
Reliant
picture.
Robin.
You
Yes.
worked at Sportsman.
Yes.
You sent me a picture of
I
it
saw it on
through the
camera and
security
I was like,
camera.
Yeah, I saw it through the security camera and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a Reliant Robin. I've never seen one
No.
until then.
No.
It
Well,
was
you have to
crazy.
import them here. They're
Yeah.
just, I mean, it's not practical to drive at all.
No, yeah.
And so just to see one is a rare sight.
Yep.
Um,
It's crazy when you have a Reliant Robin that's probably one of the worst vehicles ever made, and it's rarer than a Ferrari or a Lamborghini.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You got this
Especially here in
ugly
Utah.
thing. And yeah, you're seeing super strange. You're seeing a lot more. I mean, I've seen more Bugattis in my life than
Than a
I've
Reliant
seen
Robin.
a Reliant Robin.
That's right. I've seen more McLaren F1s than I have a Reliant
Yeah,
Robin.
see? Pretty fun. Anyway, moving on. Let's get into some electric. Oh, I guess that was already electric cars.
Yeah.
Well, let's continue with some electric cars.
Bro, let's talk electric cars.
That's right.
I've already showed Ty this. I
Okay.
wanted to get both of your guys' opinions on it. Porsche released that they're making a new Taycan, right? Taycan. This is called the Cross Turismo. So this is the Cross Turismo that's coming out next year, apparently.
Okay. Okay. All that red in the back, is that a light?
I don't know if that's a light or if that's tape.
Okay. I like that it's a wagon.
It's a wagon.
It's kind of cool. No, it's really
It's
cool.
an
actually.
electric Taycan, which
I-
are super fast.
Yeah.
But it's a sporty wagon.
It's a wagon.
What do they also call that? A sport brake, speed brake, some
Yeah,
brake.
sport brake.
You've already seen it, but it's a
I-
spy shot, obviously.
Yeah.
But a wagon.
I really like, I've always loved wagons.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're just so weird.
Mhm. Like the Mercedes wagons, the Audi wagons.
The Buick one.
Yeah.
That one.
We loved, what's it called? The Buick
The Regal.
Regal,
I thought it was like Tour X or something like that.
yeah, Buick Regal Tour X.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
so,
it just has a really long name.
so we combined them.
So it's
Sick.
the Buick Regal Tour X. And that, like, all the other Buicks
For
are just,
Buick,
like,
yeah.
weird, but that,
It looks
wagon
good.
looks great.
It looks so cool.
And so the fact that they're making a Taycan or Taycan or whatever you want to call it into a wagon,
Oh, yeah.
I'd buy it.
Oh, yeah. It just looks super good already.
The only thing, as long as they don't call it the Taycan, CT
Turbo,
Turbo
quad
S.
turbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
and like we talked about, Stradman jokes about it, but it really is a
But
terrible
really,
name.
Yeah.
why? Yeah.
It doesn't have a turbo in it. I don't know, but also I remember what I was going to say. So GT, the GT cars, stands for Gran Turismo. Are they going to call
Yeah.
us the CT, the Taycan CT?
Yeah, I don't know.
Cross Turismo, is that what it is?
Maybe.
I got to go back to what it was.
Cross Turismo.
Cross Turismo.
Oh,
what
The
does that
Taycan
mean?
Cross Turismo.
So GT cars are like, high-end luxury cars that are comfortable to drive but still have a lot of
But-
power.
And then you have the crossover brand or not brand, but styling that's kind of that smaller compact SUV. It's kind of the hatchback.
So maybe
hot
this is kind of a mix
hatch-ish.
between the two.
Yeah, I mean, it is super long. I don't know how tall this is based on the picture. It does have a pretty big back if you look
It
at
does.
it. So maybe it's a lot bigger than we think it is, but
Wasn't the Taycan or the whatever it's called one of the most selling Porsches?
Yeah.
I
The
think it was
Taycan-
the top selling Porsche.
So you
Other-
think this is gonna be up there?
Yes.
Other than the 911?
Other than the Cayenne and Macan.
Oh, yeah,
It
that's
beat
right.
out the 911s.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, the Taycan was the most or the top selling Porsche car.
How
Yeah, but I
expensive are
think
they?
this will be up there.
Oh yeah.
This thing's sick. I'm excited to
if
see
it-
what this actually looks like.
If it comes to the US, that's the thing.
That is
yeah.
true. A lot of wagons actually don't come
No.
to the U.S.
Yeah, we just barely got the RS6 Avant. Who else had wagons? Mercedes still has one, and Buick. But other than that,
There's not a lot.
there aren't. Volvo no longer makes a wagon, if I remember right.
No, I don't think so.
Dodge had the Magnum. Don't make it anymore.
Magnum didn't do well.
No, it didn't. But yeah, there's not many wagons.
So it'll be cool. It'll be cool to have, especially electric wagons. I
Yeah.
don't know of any that are really coming out, so they're kind of paving a way for that.
Yeah, for sure.
And just based off of the good things I've heard and read about the Taycan.
Taycan.
However we say that.
know.
I've heard it both ways. I think it'll be a good success.
Yep.
Obviously, they have a really good platform for electric cars. It seems to be really good, super fast.
Yep. Not many issues like with Lucid or what's the other one that just the Polestar.
Polestar. The Polestars are doing really, really bad right now.
Yeah.
So, don't know. Also, Polestars aren't as expensive as I was thinking they were. I remember looking up the price and they're like, I think they were still like almost 100 or 60 to 100
For the
or something.
lowest end though, like
Yeah.
if you want the high end, you're looking at 180 for the
Really?
highest. It was
To have it recalled twice within like
Yeah.
a 2-month gap
Hey,
for
you-
serious things.
you buy it and they're like, just kidding, we need it back. And then you get your car back again. They're like, just kidding, we need it back again.
Again, we always go back to this. It's just the no testing.
Yeah.
They're not putting it through the ringer.
Yep.
All right. Next. This is the one that was my surprise EV announcement that I wanted your guys' opinion on. Do you remember a company called Aptera?
No.
No idea.
Aptera?
Aptera. Aptera.
An older company?
They were early 2000s trying to develop a car that was only going to be $8,000 or something like that. Brand new. Got 72
the one that
miles
looked
per
like
gallon. It looks like a teardrop.
Oh, yeah.
They're coming back.
Oh, yeah.
They're coming back with an electric vehicle that you don't charge. Apparently, it's going to have panels or paint or some technology that is solar. And so they're saying you shouldn't have to charge it.
Whatever.
First off, this company, like back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, failed miserably
And scammed all of those people.
scammed tons of people.
Yeah.
And now they're like, hey guys, we're coming back for round 2.
So like you have to park your car outside for it to charge.
I don't know.
Like you can't even charge it overnight.
Okay, so
apparently it's supposed to be compatible with like Tesla's charging or something like that.
Oh, so you can charge it.
But they say it's supposed to go 1,000 mile. It'll have 1,000 mile.
Is it in the
range.
shape of a teardrop?
It's the same shape. It's not as long.
So what it is, so this has happened. Oh, yeah. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So this has happened multiple times. But the fact that it's the same company doing it.
Yeah.
Throughout history, there have been people that are like, this is our new car. Pre-order it now. And so people do. They pre-order it because it's this amazing.
And then it fails.
And then it fails, and the
don't
company
get
just
their money back,
disappears.
yeah.
It's like a Kickstarter
Mm-hmm.
where you give money, and if you get it, you get it. If not, tough luck.
Yeah.
But I think that there needs to be some regulation with this. We shouldn't be able to pre-order a car because that's a lot
Especially
of money.
for
we're
a
getting.
company that's just like,
Yeah.
that's already had failures in the past, especially big
Yep.
failures, has already scammed people.
Yep.
And then just, I mean, is a nobody company.
Yeah.
If it's pre-ordering the new TRX,
Exactly. Dodge,
Makes
GM,
sense.
Ford, go
makes
for
sense.
it.
Yeah. Trustworthy.
They're reliable. They're trustworthy. They're going to get you the car.
Yeah.
And if not, you can get your money back.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, you can go put $1,000 down on this new Hummer, and if you decide you don't want it, they'll give you your money back.
Yeah.
But
Or
yeah,
you can go to Tesla, give them $100, and then you don't get it back.
yeah,
Is that for the Cybertruck?
Something like that.
they might give people their money back, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to me that I don't think I'd ever give my money to a brand new car company.
Yeah. I would wait until it's, especially because if it's a brand new car company, you really don't know reliability at all.
No.
So I wouldn't feel comfortable putting my own money into something that has no back history.
Yeah.
I can't look back and go, oh yeah, it's lasted this amount of miles. It's super reliable. People have said this many good things about it.
Yep.
You're going in blind.
It's interesting to me, this whole pre-order thing going on. There's a lot of people, and it goes like, I'm seeing it with cars. People are just like, nah, I'll wait till it comes out. And even video games.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand right now. People are like, I'm never going to put money down on a pre-order for
Just
a video
wait
game.
until it releases and see how people like it. See if there's
Because-
any issues.
I've learned my lesson. You put $60 down for a new game, and it doesn't even work for your computer.
Yeah. Space game.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
It now works, though.
It now
Yeah, it
works,
actually-
but
and it's not that
3
bad.
40, whatever, how many years it's been? 3 years later? It's just stupid.
Also about that game, 2 people landed on the same planet,
Yeah.
but they can't see each other. But somehow they knew that
See, it's
someone's been on there.
Fishy.
yeah. There's a lot of fishy stuff going on. It's these new
Yeah.
companies that are just like, hey, all these cool things. They list out all the cool facts, and then when we prove them wrong, they're like, oh, sorry. Like SSC to Atara.
Yeah.
Like we proved them wrong, and they said, oh, we're gonna run it again. And now they're just like, well,
Still haven't.
haven't.
They
And
probably
they're-
haven't
have
said anything
and
about
didn't
it.
even
Honestly,
get close.
So I know this is like completely off topic, but honestly, if I was over SSC to Atara, I would be like, yo, we've got to drop everything.
Oh, yeah.
We have our brand on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the longer it pans out, the more tainted your
Yep.
name's gonna be.
I would have done it within 30 days.
Oh yeah.
I would have had a second run going.
Yeah.
It
They
doesn't
have
matter.
they have the cars for it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much it costs. You've got to do it.
Yeah.
Because that is your future.
That's going to be your livelihood in the future. So
Yeah.
you got to figure it out.
Crazy.
Yeah. All right. Next thing.
Okay.
This is probably the one that I'm most excited to talk about. And I would never expect myself to say this.
Okay.
So Toyota announced that they're releasing a new Yaris.
Gross.
It's called the Yaris GR.
Gross. What does GR stand for?
I have no clue, actually.
Grand Racing.
Sure.
Something like that.
Guess.
4-wheel drive.
A Yaris.
A Yaris with 4-wheel drive and 274 horsepower.
So it's a
So
rally car.
it's going to be a rally car.
Yes.
I showed it
yeah.
to you. It kind of has the back of
Okay.
i3.
Yeah.
The back of it kind of looks like a BMW i3.
To me, that looks like a Renault or
A little
kinda
bit.
like a Golf.
Let me pull it up again.
that's so cool though.
But let me see if I can find this. Oh, okay. This is a quote from Road and Track.
Okay.
The auto blog company Road and Track. Yep. This is their words exactly. Road and Track called it more exciting than the new Supra. I thought that was really fitting.
More exciting than the new Supra.
And it is, in my opinion. This has more horsepower. Well, equal
Oh,
horsepower, probably.
Well, I was going to say the Supra has the low 300s,
320,
350. I don't
yeah.
know. Who cares? But it also weighs a lot. This thing's going to weigh nothing.
Yeah.
And has four-wheel
Four-wheel
drive.
drive.
What is it called? Yaris GR.
That's so sick, though. Seriously, I think we should see a YouTuber pick one of these up
And this,
and do a rally car.
Yeah.
it is actually not a bad-looking hot hatch. And it's supposed to be $30,000. Well, roughly.
Okay.
Around $25,000, $30,000 or something like that. So it does kind of have an i3 back. But it has that weird wide body looking kit
Like
already
a bubble
on it.
thing.
So who is this competing with?
They're considering this as the hot hatch, so I think this is their competition to the GTI,
Okay.
the Golf GTI,
The Focus RS.
the Focus RS, the Veloster N.
Okay. Veloster N isn't all-wheel drive, though.
No, it's not.
The GTI is not all-wheel drive.
No, it's not.
The Focus RS,
I don't think it's all-wheel drive.
I don't know.
I think it's no, I don't know.
Well, and again, we're saying all-wheel drive. This is four-wheel drive. This kind of has a
This
difference.
so you could go back and forth between.
So you should be
2 and
able to
4?
switch, I assume, because it says it had four-wheel drive.
Because if it's constant four-wheel drive, that would make it all-wheel drive. But I don't know. Maybe at this point in time, everything is just considered all-wheel drive.
In reality, yes.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be sick.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
I was excited about it.
I-
I was like,
the
this is
crazy
probably
part
it's a Yaris.
I've
and
never
I'm
been excited about. I got in a Yaris once, and it was like the worst car I've ever been in.
Absolutely.
Toyota just kind of. I mean, it's their cheap car, of course.
It is.
But an all-wheel drive Yaris
Yeah.
with almost 300 horsepower. Oh, that would be
Heck yeah.
sick.
That's pretty tracked out. And
I would put a little bit bigger suspension on it,
Uh-huh.
put some off-road tires, and
Bigger
go out in the
tires.
field and just bomb over things. Like, oh, that would be so
Heck
cool.
yeah.
Okay, so would you get this over Focus RS or Veloster N or things like that?
Speed, Veloster N. I don't give a crap about.
I like the looks of the
Focuses.
Veloster
the
N.
Veloster
Yeah.
N looks and sounds
Yes.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That sound
The
is
GTI has
amazing.
not changed
No.
for 20-something years. It looks the same, just a little
And
updated.
how reliable is Volkswagen? Really,
They have been, but they are going down.
they are going down, and their parts are going to be more expensive than your Toyota parts, than your Hyundai parts. That being said, that GTI will hold its value probably more than any
better
of
than
these.
any of them.
So
But the
the
most
Veloster
fun,
N does.
Yaris.
Oh, that Yaris
yeah.
is going to be the most fun out of all of them. It might not sound that great. I don't know. I haven't heard.
Oh, it'll be
The looks are
okay.
compared.
So, does it have an inline 4 turbo?
I don't know, actually.
It's got to,
Yeah.
because it's got to have an inline 4 turbo.
Let's Google it.
If it's putting almost 300, it should.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy that 4-cylinder engines are putting out 300 horsepower now?
And they can be putting out
more.
more.
Well, considering I've got a V8 out here that barely puts out 190 horsepower.
True.
Oh, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
I was like, your Challenger can put like 400 or
Yeah.
more.
But I'm saying I've got a
Nine.
400 cubic inch V8
Yeah.
out there that's from 70s that is barely putting out 190-ish.
We should turbo it.
I know.
Twin turbo.
This is from the
Supercharger on it.
the
I've got
UN's
room.
Toyota.
You do. You got tons of room.
I got
Supercharged and twin turbo it. Can you do that?
Absolutely. The Volvo has turbo and supercharger on it. The CX-90 or whatever it's called. It
How much
has
horsepower
both.
would that have? Or is it like tuned down?
I'm sure they've tuned it down quite a bit.
These 4-cylinders are also tuned like up.
It's going to have an all-new 1.6 liter 3-cylinder turbocharged engine,
Whoa.
all-wheel drive system,
3-cylinder?
3-cylinder.
Okay, what? The Gemera. No. Is
No,
it the Gemera?
one of those has the 600 horsepower 3-cylinder
Yeah.
engine.
What?
Yeah,
It
it's
has
the
like a-
Cohen
is it
Sex
turbo?
Gemera, I believe.
Gemera. It
That's
has
the
like a-
4-seater one, right?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
The one with the doors open.
Uh-huh.
Weird. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It has like a 3-liter, 2-liter 3-cylinder.
Yeah,
huge.
something like that.
It's a big 3-cylinder engine, but it puts out like 600 horsepower. And this 3-cylinder puts out almost 300. That's turbocharged.
But this engine's probably smaller too.
1.6 liter, so it's teeny.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tiny. But you're also getting just a base level, not base
But
level, but a
still.
Yaris, coming from a Yaris.
Okay, so what does a 3-cylinder sound like?
Crap.
Do you think so?
I
I
don't know.
think it might
Because,
sound
like-
like electric-y.
Some 4-cylinders sound okay. Some sound
Yeah.
terrible. I don't know if I've heard a really good
What's a-
Veloster N.
Oh, yeah.
Does sound pretty good.
That does have a
And it
4-cylinder,
has
and
an
it is
inline four.
fantastic. A lot of that it does come with the, what type of exhaust is it? It comes with like a specific exhaust, and it sounds good. You can
Okay.
open and close it.
Okay, so riddle me this. Here's a question. Why does every other engine sound good except for a 6-cylinder?
Yeah, that's an interesting thought because there are those 4-cylinders that are
Pretty
Good.
good. They sound great. There are a few 6-cylinders, so we're talking like
very few.
GTR.
GTR, yeah.
AMG has, or Mercedes has a few that
Yeah.
sound okay.
The new GT a little bit. That's V6, isn't it?
The new Ford GT?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I think it is 6.
It's
yeah.
a twin turbo 6, and it sounds good.
Yeah.
But like 8-cylinder sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
10
Yeah.
sounds even better. 12 is amazing. 16 is
Is-
the way to go.
Yeah, for real.
But
Like-
also the 6. I mean, for 16
It was
cylinders,
surprisingly
a
quiet.
Bugatti is
Yeah.
like they don't sound
No.
fantastic.
No, when you think of a W16, I'm thinking of a really low
Yeah.
grumble.
But it also
It's not
sounds
that.
way different in real life than it does on camera. Like you
True.
can actually
That
feel
is
it in your
true.
chest a little
Yeah.
bit. It's just this big pounding.
See, but I think a V12 hurts
Oh,
your
yeah.
chest way
I think the
more.
Oh,
V12
yeah.
actually the sound resonates much better than any of the
I was going to
others.
say when we went to San Diego and they were revving that Aventador and it had aftermarket exhaust, like you could feel it in your chest and it hurt your lungs. It was so loud. But I don't think, I mean, I've never heard a Bugatti that loud before.
No.
But I don't think it would.
I don't think
No.
you
I
can
don't
even make a Bugatti loud. Like
I mean, maybe with
Houston or Stradman's new exhaust is still not that loud.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It sounds a little bit better, but
it's interesting.
not loud.
Straight pipe at W16. Let's hear that.
That would be insane.
I mean, it's two V8s stuck together,
Yeah.
but best sounding engine I think is still a V12.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're gonna fight me saying, "Oh no, the LFA, which is a 10."
No, V12. I already know that the Gitani
Yeah.
that Savage Garage has.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
my favorite
Yeah.
sounding
On
car
his
by
Aventador.
far. Yeah,
Oh,
his
yeah.
SVJ.
Is that the one that almost sounds like it has the
It's like a-
FIF1,
Yeah.
like an F1
It's like
formula?
a Mercy
Yeah.
sound,
Yeah.
but
it's
way better.
super loud and super
super
pitched.
high, super yeah.
No, best V10 is LFA,
LFA.
Yeah.
but that Gitani exhaust hits that out of the park.
Really
Yeah,
interesting.
I love it.
Because I do like the FIE or whatever, the FI exhaust that Stradman has, and that a few other people have. It sounds really good, but
Okay, going on with some car news. What is going on with B is for Build?
He said some, I mean, I guess he's been somewhat working on the boat, kind of has Oscar working on the boat
Yeah.
a little bit more in the background. but he unveiled his newest build,
Yes.
and it is amazing.
I love it.
So go ahead.
Okay. So Chris is taking beat up. I mean, it was wrecked and stripped.
Yeah.
He's taking the body of a Huracan, a Lamborghini Huracan, and he's going to turn it into what he is calling the Jumpicon,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is an off-road Lamborghini Huracan,
Yeah.
powered by an twin turbo LS.
Yeah, it's is he getting the LSX for that one too, or was that only for the boats? I couldn't remember.
I assume he's going to try.
I mean,
an LSX.
why not?
Well, here's the thing. You got to get the strongest engine. So
Yeah.
his goal with this, and first of all, I love this idea. I love just these off the wall, like let's just build things that are
Yeah.
fun. So his goal with this off-road Huracan is to take it to the Mint 400 in Las
Yeah.
Vegas in March or something like that.
Which is like a straight up dirt off road hardcore rally.
400-mile off-road. Like it's also similar to the Baja 1000
yeah.
and stuff like that. But like a lot of trucks
Yeah,
and off-road vehicles will start this race and not finish. Like it's about half and half, and they're finishing like totaled. They've rolled.
yeah.
I'm kind of excited to see.
I am too.
I think it'll be super.
He's gonna
sick.
have some mega fans to keep that thing
Oh, yeah.
cool.
So
Yeah.
he's got to have some good cooling because you're off-road. You're
And
going
you're in
through
Nevada.
dirt, in
Yeah.
the heat. You're gonna have to have some amazing suspension. And
Yeah,
I was telling Sarah about this, and she was like, "Well, is the suspension gonna be good?" And I was like, "He's got one of the best companies working kind of with him to develop, and they have made
Yeah.
this amazing off-road suspension."
I mean the company that developed the suspension specifically for this project
Yep.
developed suspension for these type of events.
And they're always like one of the top companies.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, everything was like 3D printed and etched out and laser cut.
Yeah.
And just crazy detail. But the stance on that is going to be bonkers, man.
It's gonna be
what was it,
wide.
102 inches wide? Something
don't
like
know.
that. It was insane. Not even street legal.
Yeah.
Because it's too wide.
Yeah, he was saying in order to make it street legal, they're gonna have to run skinny tires because the tires stick out from the body. I mean,
Yeah.
way far.
Yeah.
It's gonna sit low and just be super wide.
And those arms, whenever they hit something, are going to come up so high. When he was showing the 3D renderings of how high those tires are going to be able to, like, it was like a spider. Like,
yeah.
It could go so high. It was insane. I think it's going to be super cool because
Yeah.
that's going to draw so much strange attention.
Well, who's seen a supercar off-road on
Exactly.
one of the hardest races out
No.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like rocks that he has to crawl over,
yeah,
or is it just
yeah.
dirt?
It's not
It's
rock
not
crawling,
like, yeah.
but you're doing 80, 90, 100 miles an hour through a desert. You're going to hit some
Oh,
things
yeah.
pretty hard.
Some big potholes, some just big old ruts.
So there's a
stuff
guy
like
that lives in Utah who I followed on the Mint 400, and he made it like 90 miles or something in, totaled the truck.
Really?
I mean, he hit something so hard, rolled it onto its side, and it was just gone.
That's so crazy.
But it's a brutal race.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool that he's willing to take this on and be like, heck yeah, we're doing
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think we need to go down and support him because I
Oh yeah.
I love it.
I
Do you have to
would
buy
love
tickets?
to see that.
Or can you just go?
I think you just go. But we'll buy tickets.
I
and
mean,
go.
it's 400 miles long, so
yeah,
True. Dang, how long did that take?
a long time,
yeah.
a full day. Because when they do the Baja 1000, it takes like 2 days to do.
Is there like little Philip parts or?
So
Okay.
you've got your team that'll meet you at certain spots and
Oh,
fix the parts that are broken. And
okay.
Yeah.
when I was following it last time, there was a truck that made it to like mile 300 and something. It was the Baja it was one of the Baja races. It made it to 300 miles in and rolled, and they kept going and like limped it to the next station, and they had to replace suspension, drive shaft. I mean, they
Really?
bent the drive shaft, but still made it somehow.
That's crazy.
And fill it up, replace the fans because they broke all the
Yeah.
fans. Like, but they finished the race.
That's crazy.
So
It'll be interesting to see because this car is going to be very detailed, and I think it's going to be
Yeah.
hard to replace parts if
Yeah.
it's suspension.
I wonder how he's going to do that. So, like body parts, you're going to end up.
He's not going to have very many panels on it anyway.
No.
Just because of how wide it is, how the fitment's going to be. You also can't just have a lot of body panels on it just because
You should do it, Alex
The-
Troy.
Doing
the
like an
exoskeleton. That would be cool.
But at the same time, I think he needs to get these carbon fiber or aluminum parts from his green Huracan
Yeah.
Yeah.
and mold them so he can do plastic parts.
Yeah.
So, he wrecks it, breaks
Not
some
a
of the
big
body
deal.
panels,
them
replaces
back
them
on.
right away.
Yeah. Not a big deal.
Yeah. So then he's got, extra body panels to keep that look. Put his logo on the side. And
Yeah.
stuff like that. That'll be good business for him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Like, I put that on the same level with buying a racetrack almost.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in order to get your name out there as a YouTube channel, put a Huracan in
In an off-road
race.
a rough off-road race. Yeah, absolutely.
So I think you made a great decision. I'm excited to see it.
And it was the body itself was sponsored by Mullins, right?
Yeah. Well,
Mulligan,
whatever it is.
something it is. Yeah.
But when he went there to get parts for a different car, he saw this body laying there. They're like,
and
oh,
they're
we're
like,
just going to chuck it.
strap it. Yeah,
Yeah, it was wrecked. It's no good. He's like, can I have it?
yeah,
And they're like, yeah, sure. You pay to ship it back. You can have it.
yeah.
So he did.
Sick.
So he got a
It's
Huracan body for free.
real.
Yeah.
A frame.
I would just sit in it. I wouldn't even do anything
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But building an off-road, heck yeah.
Oh yeah, so cool.
So.
We should see other YouTubers hurry and build something up. And
Well,
do it
we've heard Stradman and Daily Driven Exotics talk about building an
for like
off-road.
3 years.
Off-road exotics.
But when they say off-road exotic, they mean like little bumps, not 100-mile-an-hour off-road
Yeah.
race.
Yeah.
But I would love to see like a Bentley do that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
I mean, that'll at least give you that four-wheel drive or that all-wheel
all-wheel
drive.
drive. Yeah. Do you think he's going to do all-wheel drive? He's got to.
He has
He
to.
has to do all-wheel drive.
Yeah, I don't think he would survive without.
No. Not in that race.
Is it sand? Or
It
something?
has
Sand,
everything.
rock,
Oh, yeah, he's going to have to do
dirt.
all real.
You're going to have to.
Let's enter with the Yaris, the GR Yaris.
Sick.
Nice.
I mean, it has all-wheel drive.
I mean, they do have rally cars in it.
Yeah, they
But
do.
let's take a stock Yaris and see if it'll do it.
Okay.
Let's see if Toyota sponsored us.
With
That'd be
just
sick.
a stock
Oh, yeah.
Yaris.
Yeah. We'll have some extra parts. The parts are cheap for a Yaris, right?
It's true. Just be like, hey, can we put your Yaris GR to the test? And
It's done. I'm going to email them. We're going
Okay.
to see.
okay.
We should start emailing random crap.
I know.
Anyway, that had nothing
Okay.
to do
Yeah.
with what we're talking about.
Nope.
So, Stradman.
I haven't really paid
Yeah.
much. I know he upgraded his exhaust for the Bugatti.
Not yet.
Well,
He does have
He
it.
purchased it,
Yeah, he has it.
and he has it, yeah.
It's wrapped purple. Pretty cool. The Gladiator's down here in our town
Mm-hmm.
getting the body for
Yeah.
the 6x6.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called, the bed.
The bed.
Yeah, the bed, the liner, the rear quarter panels, everything like that.
He bought a GTR.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's all I know.
Yeah, I think that was the last episode I actually watched the full thing of is when he bought the GTR and he's like, I'm buying my JDM, not so JDM, but
Yeah.
JDM car.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so here's a real question for you. And this is completely off topic. Is a GTR a supercar?
Yes.
I've seen Daily Driven Exotics talk about this. Is the GTR a supercar?
Yes.
It's a cheap supercar.
So you'd consider it a supercar?
Yes.
I don't know. There's still that part of me that's like, no.
I think it's riding that fine line.
It's on that fence for
Yeah.
sure. Because, I mean, what qualifies something as a supercar?
Exactly.
Is it your 0 to 60?
Is it
No.
rear engine?
Is it rear engine? No.
No.
It's all kind of in the eyes of whoever is talking
true.
about it. I am with you when it's kind of on that fence for me. It does do 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds.
something
Not
like
like
that.
3 points.
3
I
points,
think.
yeah.
Super fast, faster than some exotic cars,
Yeah.
some true
It's up there with some
supercars. Yeah.
supercars.
But then you have stuff like, again, I'm going to bring this up, and you know I'm going to bring this up. You have stuff like the Ariel Atom that came out at like $40,000
Yeah.
that is much faster than almost anything on the market. Is that a supercar? No. That has
is
a
not.
4-cylinder
That's like
in it.
F1.
That has a Honda K24 engine
Yeah.
in it. That's not a supercar engine.
Yeah.
So it's all in kind of the eyes of whoever's talking about
What would you? Well, I would consider the Ariel Atom like a track car.
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
The GTR, I'm not sure. It is that fine line of a sports car and supercar.
What if
But
you
it's,
Google it?
it's probably the most, if you're considering it a supercar, it is probably the best daily
Yes.
Yeah.
driver for a supercar.
The very first thing is a GTR supercar.
And
Doesn't say anything. It just said it's good for the fuel economy, has great storage, and is comfortable enough to be a daily driver.
okay. So it didn't tell us if it was an
No.
actual supercar. I just want a yes or no answer. Freaking Google. Okay. So that's riding the line. What about a Jag F-Type?
No.
I don't consider a Jag F-Type a supercar.
Still a sports car.
Yeah.
Definitely sports car,
What about an Aston Martin?
No.
depending.
That's more luxury, I feel like.
I don't know.
Really?
Aston
Yeah.
Martins have some fantastic, super fast cars.
Yes.
Some
See,
Aston
but what
Martins
about
are not.
The new Vantage is super. It's quick.
The Superleggera or whatever.
What about Corvettes?
Corvettes are not
Like a ZL1
supercars
or
in my
whatever.
opinion.
But where they're not a muscle car anymore.
Yeah.
No, they're a sports car.
Okay.
In my opinion, they're fantastic. They're faster than a lot of these supercars still. But that's kind of where that's in the same category, in my opinion, as the F-Type.
Okay.
It's just this really fast, really good-looking sports car.
Okay.
Just because I can go pick up a C5 Corvette for $14,000.
When did the Corvette lose its muscle car status?
Probably C5.
That's what I'm.
That's like the new body style.
Yeah, is that when they went bubbly, like in the 90s?
I think so.
C5s.
Well, early 2000s, late 90s, somewhere around there.
So I
No,
would
maybe
say
it is C5.
C5 is
I was
when they
C5
lost.
went
I'm
to like
thinking
the newer
C4,
body
C5.
style.
So,
C4 was still boxy.
what is
Yeah.
your definition of a muscle car? Big engine,
Yep.
crappy suspension, body roll for days, but it looks fantastic.
And sounds.
And sounds great.
And technically, it still meets most of that criteria.
But they've focused so much on suspension.
Yeah.
You know, they're turning it more into faster on the track.
I think, yeah, and I think it's more leaning towards a track car.
For me, muscle cars have always been the fastest from here, straight line to there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a drag car.
No turns.
No
corners.
corners. Which means the only true muscle car still is the Challenger.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, because the Mustang and the Camaro are all doing the track.
Yep. They're
Yeah,
all
they're all
focused
focused on
on
track.
better suspension.
Yeah.
You know,
Luxury components and stuff like that.
interesting.
Wait, but what about Dom from Fast and Furious? He goes around corners and stuff in his muscle car.
There's no way in heck he would have been able to do that.
CGI'd.
Yeah. Or he's driving at 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Anyway.
If you're driving your Pagani
we-
20 miles per hour and
got
hit a
off track
curb.
with that.
We got really, that was
Wow.
not on the outline.
That is not on our out.
Whoop. And that was like a 10-minute venture.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about Strad, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were. We
That's
haven't even
fine.
talked about
Goon Squad.
not even Goon Squad.
Westland
but
Champion.
Weston Champlin.
Champlin.
What do you guys think?
Ty's not going to be able to say it, so we'll just start from here.
Weston Champlin.
There you go.
Weston, I love.
I love
Crazy.
Weston.
cat.
I've not avoided, but at least on purpose, but I've strayed away from watching a lot of people, and I've been waiting for Weston to
Yes.
post more.
And he was out for like, what, a month or two
Yeah,
with
he hurt his back.
And I like missed his videos.
Oh, yeah.
But he came back and he's like, heck yeah, I've got the
Finished
smoke,
the smoke
sting. And now he's got the Raptor done, and now it has tracks on it.
Yeah, it does. He put tracks on it and drove it through the city.
He's driving it down the town, in the middle of town, waving at people.
People are stopping in the middle of the road like, can I take a picture of this?
Drives it through the, the drive-through.
The drive-through.
to get ice cream.
So there's that, and then he's been working a lot with the military 6x6,
6x6.
which is sick, but he keeps breaking the dang thing.
Well, he's like, But he's like really putting it to this.
He's crushing car. He's running over
He
cars.
hit that car. Those
He
four cars
jumped
going so
it.
fast.
He jumped it. Yeah, he destroyed the thing.
Oh my gosh.
But
if you haven't watched it, you have to. I mean, you know, he at first he was like crawling up on him, but that last time he's
going
40, 50, hits those cars and legit jumps onto the top of them, and you can hear it just the air go. Psh.
And then my favorite is he opens the door and he goes, "I hit my head on the roof." So
Yeah.
if you haven't watched him, man, he's probably one of the best people to go watch on YouTube right now.
He's hilarious. You know, for the most part, he's somewhat clean.
Yeah.
And he just does a lot of fun things.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just fun to watch.
His ideas are insane.
They are.
Comparatively to other YouTubers right now, in my opinion, with the exception of probably Chris.
Yeah.
Those two are just on a completely new level of just doing something that is so drastically different from the rest.
Absolutely. I mean, who would have thought to put a 12 valve into a Mustang?
A giant 12 valve Cummins into a Mustang, and it fits perfectly.
He did great on it.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's so unique. And then also tracks on a Raptor.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we've all thought about it at one point.
I've seen it.
But he's just done it, and he's just like...
I've seen it. Ken Block has tracks on his Raptor, and he's had that for a long time. Yeah. But Ken Block's a professional racer.
Yeah.
But yet, you're right. I honestly think right now at this point in time, for me at least, Chris and Weston are really kicking some butt at their...
I would also like
content.
to throw Cletus in the bunch too. There's not a lot of YouTubers doing all the different things that he is with the track, and then also really fine-tuning drag racing cars. Not a lot of YouTubers are focused on drag racing.
No.
Especially to the extent that he is.
I'm hoping that this next year, Chris can get his Burnt-A-Con out and race
and
Cletus.
get it
tuned and race
tuned
Cletus
in.
and Leroy.
Yeah.
Which I'm a little upset that we haven't seen much Leroy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sad that Ruby is now faster than him.
Yeah.
Ruby is faster than him, and I love Ruby.
I love Ruby.
Especially Ruby's wheelies. Those
Yes.
power
Yeah.
wheelies are sick.
That's amazing.
But there's just the classic Leroy that
Yeah.
I'm like, he
Pulls a trailer everywhere.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
like there's so much more potential that could be in, and I mean, I'm still in awe at the speed that they're reaching, how quickly they're reaching it. We saw those muscle cars drag racing at the Spanish Fork,
Oh yeah.
airport, and they were fast for us. But then we're like, dang, you take the times that they were pulling and subtract another 3 to 4 seconds. That's what Ruby and Leroy are pulling.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
And add another 50, 60, 70 miles per hour
yeah.
at the very...
Yeah, for real. So, I mean, yeah, it does suck. And I do think that he himself, Cletus, is really focused differently than most YouTubers right now, too.
Yep.
So, but going back to the original two, those are probably the two most adventurous
They're making a lot of good progress right now.
and really good content with it. So,
Tavares,
I haven't watched
we
a
forgot
lot recently.
I mean,
So he's done like some giveaways. So they fixed up a BMW
Yeah.
and they gave it to Jared's wife, which was really cool to watch.
Yeah.
He's in this very giving mood, and he rented a Turo car that was dirty.
Oh, yeah, that
And-
Mercedes.
Yeah, the Mercedes, and it had some problems with it. He fixed it
And
gave
returned it and didn't tell them.
Didn't tell him. Like, I'm really liking Tavares' content.
Tavares
Oh, yeah.
is, and this is something when I was first introduced to Tavares, his content was a little slow for me. His content's great now, but ever since what is that called? The thing that he's in with Ed Bullion.
the car-
Car
Trek.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ever since he's been in Car Trek, even a little bit before, I've just loved him. He's so kind.
Oh, yeah.
It's insane how nice he is. And I really didn't recognize that attribute in him or that characteristic. He's super
Oh, yeah.
giving.
He's
super
a very
kind.
humbled YouTuber.
Yeah.
You know, you see a lot of YouTubers that like to flaunt their money, and they're kind of jerks to everyone around them. See, I don't think Tavares would be. I think he's just a super humble guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so moving on, let's talk about Tesla and their move.
Okay.
And I think we've seen this with a lot of companies recently, but they're moving out of Cali.
Yeah, they are.
A lot of companies are done with California, done with the taxes,
people.
done with all their
Is it
closures.
surprising?
No.
No, absolutely not.
And so when they have been talking about Tesla moving to Texas, I was just like, good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good move.
That's a good move for the stability of their company, in my
Absolutely.
opinion.
Well, you've got more room to grow,
Absolutely.
less taxes.
Yeah.
Why not?
I think because everyone in California
probably-
already has Teslas. So.
And I bet you $100 that Texas is going to be like, yeah, you guys come here, we'll give you a tax break.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen it with Utah and Amazon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Giving them huge tax breaks.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you want Tesla to come to your state?
I mean, that's just going to provide a ton more jobs
Yep.
for your
Yeah.
people.
What do you think is going to happen with all those people that are employed by Tesla in
I don't
Cali?
know. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they're already struggling with
Yeah.
unemployment, and here we go, letting off a couple thousand.
I mean, if there's one thing is it's expensive to live in California.
Yeah.
Just pick up and move. I would probably, if I was in that situation, I would probably gladly pick up and move to Texas because not only is Texas super cheap to just buy a home
Yeah.
in, but I mean, you're just going to probably have a better lifestyle
Yeah.
there anyway.
Yep. Absolutely. I think it's a good move for Tesla.
I think that's smart.
And we've already seen Elon do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's smart.
Yep. Okay, so recently we have seen that a Lamborghini Countach did the Cannonball run.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, the Cannonball run starts at the Red Ball Garage. Is that what it's called?
I don't know actually.
There's a garage in New York City that it starts at, and you travel from the East Coast from that garage all the way over to the Portofino in California somewhere. Anyway, coast to coast, we
As
watched
fast as you
as
can.
fast as you can.
Yeah.
What has the record right now?
Actually, don't know.
I
I
can't
feel like
It
we talked
changed
about that.
recently.
Just recently, Ed Bullion talked about it, but there was an Audi, there's been Mercedes.
Yeah.
So in order to do it, and I think the record's like 27 hours or something crazy like that.
That's nuts.
Holy crap.
27 hours to go from coast to coast.
And they're averaging
Or
like
26.
120 miles per hour or something
Yeah.
crazy like that.
So we saw a Lamborghini Countach just did it.
Yeah.
Didn't get the record, of course.
No.
But if you had to choose a car, what would you do?
What if you get pulled over? Does that just take time off your
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The clock doesn't
if
stop.
you have to stop to take a dump, if you have to stop to
get-
get
oh.
some taquitos from 7-Eleven, everything counts towards your time.
Holy
Yep.
crap.
So it's from the time you hit the gas all the way in New York to the time you put it in park.
But these things are modified to like have big old gas
Absolutely.
tanks.
They have
Okay.
they have additional accessory gas tanks
Okay.
and stuff like that.
What car would you take, though?
Porsche Panamera,
Okay. I'm thinking the same thing.
because it's roomy, has
Yep.
a lot of room for extra fuel,
Yep.
super comfy,
Yep.
and we know it can go 181 miles per
Yeah,
hour.
or faster.
Or faster.
So, Ty,
I don't know. I was thinking like SVJ, but that's only 2 seats, but hecka fast.
and you're going to have to...
You're going
fill
to
up.
get 11 miles per
Yeah.
gallon, so...
Well, here's the thing, and this is what I'm thinking about. The flashier your car is, the more you're going to get pulled over.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But if you're driving at 150 and someone calls the cops to say there is a black car, because they don't know. If you're driving
Yeah.
like a Mercedes or a Porsche Panamera
Yeah.
that looks like a normal car, they're going to be like, there's a black car doing 150.
That is
Like,
true.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And then there's hundreds of black cars on that same
But
road.
when you say there's a baby blue SVJ, a baby blue Lamborghini,
Yeah.
people are going to be like, I know what.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like that loud sound.
Yeah.
Really, it's gonna know.
Yeah, you pass someone at 200, they call the cops and say, oh, yeah, it was a Lamborghini. I
Yeah.
know. And
Yeah.
it's headed this way. They're going to find you.
And they can hear you from a mile away.
Exactly.
So,
But those Porsche Panamera with their V8s, twin turbo V8, they're loud, but not too loud. Like you'd keep it stock, the exhaust. But yet you can do 170
yeah.
for a good distance. Put an extra tank in there, get some spotters. I think a Panamera is going to be one of the best cars.
Yeah. Agreed.
I want to do it now.
The Cannonball would be nuts.
That's a long drive.
That's just such a long drive.
So there's 4 seats. We can midway. You're going
you
180.
probably
You'll
only have two.
2
You'd have
seats.
to put your other tank in the
Or
back
flop.
seat.
Still driving.
I think it would be cool, for sure. I would rather just do some other rallies first before I try a Cannonball.
Yeah, I think a Cannonball is going to be pretty rough.
It's, yeah.
Definitely
That's a
not
long
a Tesla.
road trip. No,
Yeah, no.
Nothing electric,
No,
obviously.
you got to stop and wait 45 minutes to charge. That's stupid.
I would maybe, this only has, I mean, it's not big like a Panamera, but I would consider like an Evora.
Okay.
Just because, to your point, that is a rather basic looking
Yeah.
car.
Well, what are people going to say? Hey, there's a
I
black
don't
something.
know what that is.
Yeah, there's a black car. Don't know what it is, but it's traveling
It's
fast.
quick, has a super reliable engine in
Yeah.
it. It has that Toyota Camry
Yeah.
V6 in it.
Supercharged V6.
Yeah.
What about an FF? You still get that high noise, but it looks like a shoe.
It does look like a shoe.
It does.
But I don't know. It's going to be loud still.
Yeah. Or I would consider getting one of the Mercedes wagons.
R8.
Or
Yep.
one of those that's really going to hold a lot of stuff.
Yeah. An Audi RS7.
Yeah.
It looks like a normal car.
Yeah, it does.
Just get a nice like black color or a white. Just a common color.
It's not loud.
No.
Not enough to be super flashy, at least.
Yeah.
How do they do that?
It's crazy.
It is.
I watched a video, and I think the one that, I don't know if it holds the record, but they did it with a rental car.
Oh my.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
It was a rental Mustang, wasn't it?
I think, yeah, it was like a Mustang or something like that. But
and
yeah,
it was the record for like the single for one person.
one
doing
person,
it.
something like that, yeah.
I did. That was on Ed's channel. on
Yeah,
VinWiki.
that's what it was. It was VinWiki's.
That's sick though.
Yeah,
pretty
that's cool.
Are you just going on like a main highway? Or
You
is there,
gotta
like,
take a
little
couple
things?
different.
Okay.
You got to get off and get on different ones, but
But
yeah.
you know that's the hardest part is you have to have spotters to watch out for cops for you.
Yeah.
You have to know where there's construction, where there's delays or weather,
Yeah.
or anything like that,
Yep.
or traffic. That's the part. That's the part that would get me is planning your route so you don't run into traffic
Yeah.
at rush hour and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, that would be weird. Especially with time zone differences and stuff
So-
between states.
What time would you leave? Would you leave like first thing in the morning and hit that New York City morning traffic?
I have no
Early
clue.
morning.
But then by the time it's 5 o'clock, you're already in like Pennsylvania or Ohio or
Yeah.
something like that,
Yeah.
where there's not much traffic.
Yeah, true.
Do you think the west side would be like your time to make up, like if you miss any time before that? 'Cause there's like no one in like Nevada or anything like that.
Yeah. Those are
Well,
probably your states.
So Alex and I drove through like Nebraska. There is nobody on those roads.
Okay.
Nothing.
That's where you hit 180.
Yeah, definitely.
In all of those, just the central part of the U.S., just 180 that whole way.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was nothing out there.
No.
You'd have to clean the bugs off your windshield so much
Yeah.
going 180.
Well, they
through
also probably don't
Nebraska.
have a straight up and down windshield.
That
like
is true.
you.
That is true.
They don't have an FJ where the window does this straight up and down.
Yeah, that was different.
But okay, that's interesting. It's kind of, I don't know. I mean, it really gets you thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to attract attention,
Yeah.
but you need something reliable, something that'll get you going fast. So
And that has enough space for the things that you need to actually get you more than 250 miles
Yeah.
per tank.
Yep.
So,
Also, don't take the Mercedes. What is it? Savage Garage Jimbo.
oh yeah,
Yeah, he got pulled over.
let's just try the
Chase.
Cannonball in the most obscure Reliant Robin.
Reliant Robin. Yeah.
I was thinking like a school bus or
Ariel
something like
Atom.
that. An Aerial Atom.
Okay,
You
by-
have no place to put a
No, and
a
by
tank.
and by the end of that, your
face
face
is
is just
stuck.
Yeah, you're gonna be all wrinkly.
You got bugs everywhere.
You just need to get a Bugatti and just like don't stop. Cops behind you, you're just, whoa.
It'd be interesting to just get something very obscure and try it.
Bugatti's quiet.
Bugatti is quiet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also, like if you hit top speed, you
I
only
don't
get
know.
like 15 minutes of.
Yeah.
I was
gas.
gonna say you don't get very good gas mileage at all.
But still, you're making up time quick. You could stop, have some truck behind you fill
What
you
about-
up.
I wouldn't trust
Take off.
the stopping thing. Me and Jake know that places like Wyoming have very few gas stations.
That's right.
If you miss your turn.
You also have to plan out like stops for gas and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I'm sure some of the spotter cars have extra
Mm-hmm.
gas with them so that they can fill you up with just some extra gallons to get
Let's
you
do it. Someone's going to drive the car. I'll be in the truck with like a giant gas thing. And while we're driving, I'll be filling you up.
Okay.
All right.
Would a truck be good? Your
No.
gas mileage isn't as good, but you have
No.
a big tank.
Like TRX.
You got an entire bed
Yeah.
that you could put tanks in. What about a TRX?
Yep.
You've got a big V8.
You got a supercharger.
It's
Supercharger.
quick.
It is quick. We can put extra tanks in the bed.
Yeah.
Ty can get out, fill it up as we're doing 140.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Okay.
A truck might actually be really good.
Yeah.
Someone will just be like, hey, there's a black truck doing 140.
They're comfy too.
You got all the room in the world.
Yeah. Trucks are comfy.
We're going to see it.
Okay.
We're going to see someone do the Cannonball in a truck, and it's going to get record time.
If you guys listen to this, we want credit for that.
That's right.
All right.
All right.
Okay, exciting news. Super exciting news.
Okay.
Porsche has now sold 1 million Cayennes.
Heck yeah.
That's crazy.
That's unbelievable. So when did it come out? Early 2000s?
Yeah.
2003, 4, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I was thinking too. But
1 million Cayennes.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I can see that. I
can't-
see like 14 a day just
I do
driving
see
a
quite a
block.
bit,
Yeah. They're cool.
Yeah,
They're
And
good.
it's just something that most people want right now. Mm-hmm. Just because
Well-
of the size.
Porsche took a huge gamble on the Cayenne.
Oh, yeah.
A big, powerful SUV.
Yeah.
And at that time, nobody wanted it.
No.
So they just said, okay, here you go. And it did well. I mean,
Yeah.
it's paved the way for the Yaris, the RSQ8 or whatever it's called. The Bentayga.
The Bentayga,
the Ferrari one that's coming out.
the Rolls Royce one. Like, pretty much
Cohen.
any not luxury, but like exotic
Yep.
SUV
Yeah.
was pretty much paved by that. Actually, I take that back. I think it was paved by the LM002.
True.
The 1986
truck.
Lamborghini.
Lamborghini did it right back in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah. Just kidding. But yeah,
Yes.
no, I mean, I can get on board with the Porsche just because especially the new body style, looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I do like
It
the way
looks
they look.
super good.
Yeah.
The headlights and the taillights really have kind of a McLaren look to them.
Yeah.
They're very, very well done.
Yep. They've done a good job. They've been able to develop it over the past 20-ish years.
Yeah. And now they created the Macan,
Macan,
which is the smaller
Yep.
one. So
And it's doing well,
it's,
too.
Yeah, it's doing really. I see those all the time now too, and that's only been out for a handful of years.
Yeah, I mean, considering that Porsche's top sellers are the Cayenne, the Macan, then the Taycan,
Yeah,
that's really cool.
yeah, that is cool.
So,
Nice,
Nice.
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 All right. What do we got next?
Million of them.
So, this is kind of exciting. Coming up on December 14th, we get to see Ken Block putting his 1,400 horsepower unicorn.
Kind of sounds weird.
It does.
Unicorn.
He said Hunicon last time for because this isn't gonna make.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Alright,
The
we'll
unicorn. Not the
Hoonigan.
Hunicon.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Well, Hoonigan is, anyway.
Yeah.
Unicorn, the 1,400 horsepower unicorn, against Rob Dahm, who's a YouTuber,
Yeah,
who made an RX-7. Is it a four-rotor?
I think so.
I think it's a
four
four-rotor
rotor. Yeah,
RX-7 with about 1,400 horsepower.
yeah.
And they're going to put them side by side and race.
Race them. Straight line.
I assume so. I assume it'll be a drag race.
Unicorn's got it.
I think so. Too.
I think so too.
That RX-7, yeah, it's a quad rotor.
Which is amazing. That is insane. I just don't think it's. I don't know.
I don't know
I
if
don't
it's
know
meant to
how
go
well
fast.
it's going to handle the torque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong. I honestly have zero experience when it comes to rotary.
Okay, reading about the Unicorn, it is a 6.7 liter V8. That's a massive
That
V8.
It is. That's pretty big.
It's twin turbocharged, runs on methanol. Puts
Interesting.
out 1,300 foot-pound of torque.
Whoa. Gosh.
Dang,
Your poor axles.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Like, when you're talking that much power, you're going to start ripping up frames.
Everything. Yeah. You're going to bend so
I don't know if
much.
they're gonna have to like start off going slow and then like gradually go in.
I don't know. Maybe they have some really good quality pieces.
They must. But yeah, I think that'll be really cool.
Oh yeah.
See who wins, especially with a four-rotor like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, it's exciting news.
Did you guys see the 2020 Ford Bronco was delayed until like
Was it?
2022.
So we're not going to see any Ford Broncos next year.
No,
Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
too many COVID.
Too many COVID.
I think
Too many people buying
too many
them.
pre-orders.
Yes.
And then COVID on top.
I
of
think
it.
COVID has played a huge
I
part in
think
it.
COVID is the main culprit in it.
Maybe they found issues.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe they're actually testing them.
They could have.
So I saw the Ford Bronco Sport
As
on
did
the
I.
road.
Yeah, as did I.
Not quite for sale yet, but I think it was just like a demo.
Yeah,
vehicle.
dealership demos.
It did have dealer plates on it.
So
And
did mine.
He gave it the beans.
I didn't get the beans.
Yeah, I was next to him, and of course I always give it the beans because I wanted to see the front end.
And then he beansed it back.
He beansed it back.
Gosh, that sounds so funny.
Yeah, I know. And it was somewhat quick.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
I
four
don't know.
cylinder.
Yeah.
There's no
I
V6.
don't know. It
or
was,
anything.
it was okay. But they look decent.
Yeah.
They're smaller than I thought.
It was smaller than
Yeah.
I thought too. I was driving the FJ, and I was
Yeah.
just like, I'm much bigger than this
Yeah.
thing is.
Well, like in my Challenger, I'm a boat.
Yes, you are.
I'm a massive boat, and he was way smaller than me.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know. And it wasn't that high. It wasn't lifted or anything. It
No.
sat.
Yeah.
It has the same stature as the Renegade does.
Yeah, I would agree with
Not
that.
maybe a little bit bigger, a little bit more beefy. Not much though. It was definitely kind of a Renegade styling, which is okay. Obviously, if you've watched this before or heard any of our podcasts, we do not like the Renegade.
No.
I think it's a good option for those people who don't want the huge tire,
Yeah.
super rugged Bronco, but they still want something that will have some off-road capabilities.
Yeah.
But it'll be more of the like good in snow, can go on dirt
Yeah.
type of vehicle.
It's interesting because, I look at like the old Blazers. So I have the GMC Jimmy, and that thing is massive.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is- it is huge.
Like parking next to a full-size SUV. I parked next to a Lincoln Navigator.
yeah,
And I
which
was
aren't small.
No, they're not. I mean, they're big and long. It's longer than me,
Yeah,
but I was like wider, taller,
yeah.
like,
You also have like 40-inch tires.
well, yeah. But like
and a 6-inch lift.
and a
Yeah.
6-inch lift. But like without that, I still would have been taller than
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like it's just massive to see how smaller SUVs have gotten, even full-size SUVs.
Now you need to go park to like an Armada.
Yeah.
One of the big old whale shark things.
Oh, the
The Infinity
Narwhal.
QX80,
QX80s or QX90s or whatever
Yeah,
they are.
whatever.
They'll look like a beluga whale.
Yeah.
the beluga whale.
Yeah. No, you need to park next to a Palisade or a Suburban or something like that.
I dwarf those.
Yeah.
I think
Still.
I dwarf. I think the only SUV that's gonna come close to like being that size is gonna be an H2.
Well, that's
Yeah.
true.
Anything after the H2, I think, just got smaller.
It did. Yeah, for sure.
And anything bigger than that, you're paying
Other than the new
princess.
Hummer.
Yeah.
That new Hummer is
I think the new
pretty
Hummer's-
beefy.
What about the new Bronco?
I think it's gonna be way smaller.
You got big tires on it, but probably not
Yeah,
a
we'll
big
see.
lift.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like the body's super big on
Yeah.
it.
All right, so I'm super excited, but also a little peeved at the next little bit of news, and that is the Grand Tour is coming back for, I think, their Madagascar episode.
Yeah.
December 18th.
Yeah, I've seen sneak peeks of the off-road Bentley that they
Yes.
have.
Yep.
Ooh.
And then they have like an RS, Focus
I haven't
RS
seen the
with
other ones yet.
tracks or something like that, which
Yeah.
it's cool. I'm excited for the episode. I love those three.
Uh-huh.
I love the episodes they put together, but I'm quite peeved that it's taken them this long.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming.
They have come out with 2 this year.
Yeah, isn't
That's
that what
it.
they said? Like they're only going to be doing 2 a year or something like that.
Yeah. I think that they're overproducing the crap out
Yeah.
of these. We've seen Car Trek put out 2, and they're coming out with 1 more.
Yeah.
And that's just 4 YouTubers and like a little small group of people.
Yeah.
These next episode or this next episode must be like out of the park.
It better be out of the park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like something big.
Because, yeah, Car Trek's putting out their Christmas episode soon.
Yeah.
So that'll be 3 for them. But yet they've got Amazon behind them. Grand Tour has Amazon behind them. And we've only got 1 episode so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you have plenty of funding, obviously.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
they're just getting
plenty-
too
And plenty
old.
of time
And manpower.
and manpower for sure.
but yet it's like we're putting out episodes so slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not keeping attention very well.
Don't quote me on this, but I honestly think we're going to see Grand Tour disappear.
Yeah.
I can
think
see that.
next year I think might be it for them.
Yeah.
And which is good that Car Trek is
That's
there.
kind of
Yeah,
taking
they
that
stepped
spotlight.
in.
Because I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like shows like that. I like kind of the layout,
challenges.
the fun, the
Yeah.
challenges. Yeah, for sure. Well, I guess we'll see.
And it also feels like the car tour is something I could do. Like we could do, I guess.
Yeah.
Like Grand Tour, we can't do
Tour,
that
Grand Tour.
for a while at least.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, they're going to faraway places
Yeah.
to do
Yeah,
stuff.
Car Trek. They're like, let's just
Yeah, let's
go
go
right
on.
places. Yeah,
But
Let's
it's
just get
fun, though,
crap
like-
cars and send them.
The things they've done,
Yeah.
it's really fun.
it is.
Yeah.
It's entertaining. They do some goofy things, asking people what profession you
Yeah.
think the owner of that car would have, stuff
Yeah.
like that. I really enjoyed that one. So I think we'll see that one kind of take the limelight.
Yep. I hope that when Grand Tour does disappear, I hope that Car Trek can get a little bit more funding.
Agreed.
Also, along the same lines, Top Gear America is back. They have
Alright.
3 new hosts, and I know none of them except for Dax Shepard, and he's not really a car guy.
Is there 3 of them?
There's
3
3
people.
new hosts. I know Dax Shepard.
They just need to get like YouTubers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
I
why
thought
don't they make Car Tour a TV show?
Mm-hmm.
Or why don't they get their
Grand
own
Tour?
show? No.
Car Trek?
Yeah.
Car Trek?
Wait, what did I say?
Car Tour.
Well, but here's the thing.
Oh.
Auto
That's both
Tempest.
of them.
Auto Tempest is genius.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For standing behind Car Trek.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I honestly think that YouTube is the way to go.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I had the choice to watch 4 Car Treks a year or 1 Grand Tour, I'd choose the Car Treks.
Oh, yeah.
They may not be as high quality, but they're still great.
Yeah,
And I get to see more of them.
that's true.
Grand Tour
And
is-
it's 3 people that I like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A lot.
I mean,
Grand Tour, I love all 3 of them, but they're
Yes.
getting older. They're
Yes.
getting a little bit more. I don't know. They have a lot of controversy around
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
of them, and it's just overwhelming.
and Top Gear America, I know 1, I like him, but the other 2 I don't know anything about, and I
Yeah.
don't care to watch it.
yeah, it hasn't had a great
So,
history. Anyway.
but I think it's only on Motor Trend, on their app.
interesting.
So that'll be, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
So I think that was December 18th. So if you have Amazon Prime, go watch it. I'm sure it'll be great.
Or if you don't have Amazon Prime, if you have YouTube, go watch the Car Tour.
Car Trek.
Trek. I keep saying tour. I keep getting Grand Tour and cars mixed.
Car Trek. That's coming out right before Christmas, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
So Car Trek coming out soon. Grand Tour coming out, I think the 18th. Rob Dom Ken Block, December 14th.
Yeah, which is a couple days.
That's right.
All right, moving on. We'll make this one quick. I recently read an article of the second Toyota Tundra reaching 1 million miles with the original engine transmission.
Let's go.
Ah, it's so cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
1 million miles. I think they said, and this is, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it said that that's 24 trips around the entire Earth driving.
So what does this person do for a living?
I don't know. I actually didn't. I don't know. I actually didn't catch that. Stop that. But obviously, when the last one did it, they gave it to Toyota to go into a museum. This one, they kind of did the same thing where they drove it around Toyota plants just so that people could see that there's a Tundra with 1 million miles. Mm-hmm. But they also took apart the engine and the transmission, and they said that the wear and tear that was on it resembled a truck that was probably around like 100,000 to 200,000 miles.
Dang.
And I was just like, what the heck? So I continued to read it, and they pretty much just credited it to he would do regular maintenance every month, mainly changing his oil.
Every month.
Once a month, every single month.
I mean, he must be putting 5, 6, 7,000 miles on it a month.
Probably. And to get 1 million miles, I don't know what year it was, but to get 1 million miles anyway, you have to be driving so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
each year.
Well, the first guy that did it, he delivered parts to like oil plants or
around the
Okay.
country.
yeah. So he would drive a lot. That was
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
job.
And I assume that this one's probably similar, where it's a job where you're delivering something, or I doubt he was hauling a lot of
Yeah.
weight. But
That's
a
so
million
cool.
miles.
And it looks like it had about 100,000.
Yeah.
So change your oil often because that's good for your car.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
What? So we've seen 2 Tundras hit 1 million.
And the
We've
Elantra.
seen, a Hyundai Elantra. That one kind of
That
took
one's
me
the surprise.
the surprise. We've seen a Lexus. Tavares has that.
Yeah.
The million
And then
mile Lexus.
there is a Volvo
Yes.
that has 3 million miles
Yeah.
on it. So that one technically has the world record
Yep.
because it has 3 million miles on it.
But like other than that, there aren't
No.
a lot. But so if you had to pick a car to last you the rest of your life, this is your last car. You can't buy anything else. What are you gonna pick?
Like knowing that it's going to, or like, are we
Yep.
really looking for something that's reliable, or is this a scenario where it will last that long?
Both.
Okay.
I have no idea.
So I'll go first.
Yeah.
I was talking with my best friend, and she just purchased a new vehicle a few months ago. Shout out Jaylyn. She bought a 4Runner.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
I honestly
think-
think
Toyotas and
Yeah, Tacoma.
any SUV or truck Toyota.
yeah. Well, I told her, I said, this is the most reliable SUV out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That 4Runner will last you 500,000 miles.
And hold its
yeah.
value.
And hold its value.
Like no joke.
Yeah. You could sell it at 500,000 miles for $20,000
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But I honestly think I would pick a 4Runner.
Oh,
because
yeah.
you've got an SUV, great all-wheel or great four-wheel drive, super reliable,
Yeah.
okay on gas,
Yeah.
but you've got the room for the family.
Coming from an FJ owner, I would like to say FJ.
Yeah.
I would probably pick the 4Runner just because it has an easier accessible back seat.
Yep.
It's a little bit larger, and the face is much more aggressive if you get the new version.
Oh, yeah.
So I love the FJ. I'm never going to get rid of that thing. I have over 205,000 miles on it or whatever. And it's been nothing but fantastic and reliable. But I would probably choose that
Yeah.
4Runner.
Yeah.
Just because of ease of how the body style is and how aggressive it looks.
Yep. So why don't you think we've seen a 4Runner hit 1 million miles yet?
People are scared to like hit high mileage, I guess. Maybe they're
I'm
selling
not
it.
sure. I think, I don't really know actually.
Here's why I was thinking about this earlier. I think it's because families buy them.
True.
And they don't drive them a lot.
No,
Yeah.
it's not your.
It's not that long commute like a Tundra pulling something
Yeah.
or towing or whatever.
Or an Elantra that gets 40 miles per gallon.
Exactly. That's the only reason why we haven't.
Yeah.
But if you go on Cars or Auto Tempest, you're going to see some with 300, 400,000 miles.
Easy.
And then at that point, the interior's all messed up because your kids jacked it up. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
you just trash it.
Yeah.
But the engine's still going to be great. Transmission's still great.
Yeah.
I would have to say that Toyota, the Tacoma, the FJ, the 4Runner, and even the Tundra,
Yeah.
those bodies, the frames, engines, all that, that is the most reliable out there.
Agreed. I think that Toyota V6 is fantastic.
Yep.
I'm actually surprised that the Toyota V8 of those 2 Tundras has lasted that long because they're not.
So it was the
super-
V8?
no, I believe so.
Okay.
At least the first one that hit 1 million miles was. I actually didn't see what the second one was. But yeah, they're not. I mean, they haven't been the most reliable historically.
Yeah.
They have their issues as well as, everything does. But compared to, in my opinion, that Toyota V6 that is in the FJ, the Tacoma, and the 4Runner, that is the engine that is just insanely reliable.
Yeah.
But obviously the Tundra's doing good too because there's 2 of them.
So, okay, I mean, I think Toyota holds the top spot.
Yeah.
Who's next? What car would you choose next?
Probably Lexus because it's made by Toyota.
Yeah.
Okay, minus Lexus.
Okay. Honda.
Okay.
I've seen Honda RAV4s, Pilots, all of those with 300,000
Yeah.
miles easy.
Yeah.
And they still hold their value fairly well, too.
I thought about. I wouldn't choose a Challenger, but the Hemi, if you deactivate your MDS, your cylinder deactivation,
Yeah.
because that does cause issues.
Yeah.
If you deactivate that, so you're running 8-cylinder all the time, it is a very reliable engine.
Yeah.
You do see those with 200 plus thousand.
Well, that
the
engine hasn't changed in
SXTs,
years.
The V6
Yeah.
Challengers, those can go forever too.
Yeah. But do I think they could hit half a mile
No.
or half a million? I don't
Push-
know.
You're
pushing it,
You're
yeah.
pushing it.
You're replacing quite a bit at that
Yep.
point.
But I think you're right. I think not the latest Hondas, but I think earlier
Yeah.
model Hondas.
Yeah,
definitely.
early 2000s,
Yep.
mid 2000s even.
But even like late 90s Civics, you're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
see with half a million.
Oh, yeah, easy. I see Accords and Civics that are the older
Yeah.
body style. Definitely have higher miles.
Okay. What car would you choose? Here's a completely opposite. If you bought a car and you knew it wouldn't make it past 60,000 miles without an issue. Nissan.
Definitely new Nissan.
That CVT.
Maybe Jeeps too,
Yeah.
probably.
BMW.
Fiat, BMW. There's a lot.
Yeah.
McLaren without it catching on fire.
A McLaren.
No, in my opinion, I still think that Nissan will probably be one of your worst. Their transmission will not hit a million miles.
I have a
Not
Nissan.
even close.
Yeah.
You have an older Nissan.
That's right.
Yeah.
You also have when their engines were pretty good. They didn't have a CVT.
Yeah.
That's right.
That
Their,
CVT
their paint
transmission.
was one of their issues.
Yeah. Do you know the number one issue with the Titan is
Paint.
no,
Oh.
that wasn't even on the list.
Oh.
It's the door, like knob getting stuck, so you can't open your door.
Oh, really?
And then also it like blowing out white smoke when you start it. So like when it's cold, I look in my rearview mirror and it's just white, just smoke.
That happens.
Number one issue that I've seen, I had an issue with my Challenger.
16 spark plugs.
Other than that,
Yeah, for
that is
real.
crazy. The seatbelt. So when you pull the seatbelt up, there's that hook
Yeah.
Yeah.
that you put the seatbelt through.
Uh-huh.
I broke it.
Oh,
Did you? No.
Bummer.
Luckily, they're like $20 and they're super easy to
Oh, yeah.
replace. But I looked it up and it happens a lot.
Real- I believe it.
It got caught on my backpack and I pulled it and all of a sudden I heard. I was like,
Oh.
No.
I mean, the seatbelt's like all the way back
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
so it doesn't surprise me that people probably elbow it while they're
Yep.
trying to grab their seatbelt to break
or
it.
as you're getting out, you put pressure on it and break it.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest one.
Well, and it's not small. It's fairly. It
Yeah,
sticks
it's-
out.
it's
yeah,
like
it's
this.
massive.
Yeah, it's
and
big.
so it looks like a handle.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, again, my opinion, Nissan probably one of your worst, just because I just don't think that transmission will get anywhere close to even 500,000 miles. The newer ones.
Yeah. What about Land Rover?
No.
Oh yeah, Land
You're-
Rover, Maserati.
You're lucky if your Land Rover will make it to 60,000 miles.
You're lucky if your Land Rover makes it off the lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without something breaking.
Yeah. The new ones look good. They just that performance.
I saw one of those in real life. In real life.
In real life.
really?
IRL. I saw IRL.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember what it was though.
The Discover, probably.
Yeah, it was like a brand new one.
They're pretty good looking.
Okay, you want to end it? Okay, that's it.
Yep. Thank you guys for listening or watching. If you are watching this on YouTube, make sure to smash that like and subscribe button with your,
Yeah.
let's say your elbow.
Okay.
Did I do elbow already?
I don't know.
I don't know. But you
We've
can
had
listen
too
to
many
our
episodes.
podcast anywhere podcasts are found.
That's right.
Make sure to catch us next time. I shouldn't say next week.
Sometime.
We're not very
Hey,
good.
we're going to get this.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Peace.